Welcome back. There's been a lot of rain, and there's a lot of rain to come. It's 8:33 in the morning, and I'm in an anchorage at a spot that I've not been to in quite some time. I've been awake since 3:30 a.m. this morning. Every 5 minutes earlier this morning, the forecast was changing. It was raining when I woke up, stopped, started again, stopped, started again. So it looks like now, here after 8 a.m., I have a chance to fish. How much of a chance? We'll see, because like I said, it's changing all the time. Same rigs as yesterday, but in case you didn't see that, steel leader. This is a 7/0 hybrid style Kale here. It looks funny, works really good. We're gonna put a little body piece on that. We want to start out with small baits here. 4 ounces of lead, sinker slide bead, all the good stuff. 80-pound braid. Over here, very similar rig. Everything's just about the same except for the hook. And this steel leader is laminated. So this is a 6/0 octopus hook. We're gonna put a headpiece on there. At this time of year, when I have a level like this is around 3 feet according to the flood stage gauge up at Carrollton. When the river's this low, I only will come to this spot during high tide, because yeah, there's no mud exposed right here, but there will be later today as the tide goes out, and it's going out. We'll do the body piece first. This is not my most favorite spot, by the way. It just happens to be a spot that I can fish. It's closer than the spot I was at yesterday, just in case I need to get out of here quick and home quick. It's a shorter ride. But the drawback is that I believe I'm in shallower water this morning than I was yesterday. Probably just going to end up catching gaff top, but holding out for a bull shark. Oh, I've seen a couple of bites already, but that was the first serious one. That's the headpiece. Both rods have had little tiny nibbly bites. Originally, I just came down to this spot to check it out this morning, but I got sidetracked. I didn't bring out the camera for what I did, but there was a huge obstacle blocking the trail, and I just didn't want to take the alternative to check this out, bushwhack, you know. I looked at it and I said to myself, I can deal with that, I can remove that. So I brought out the machete. So I felt committed. I got down here after a little work, and here I am at a spot I don't really like, but I worked to get to. This bulker right here, Istanbul M is what it's called, just showed up right as I was getting out the machete. It dropped its anchor. They got a crew boat coming over here to do stuff. And oh, look at this, we're getting this bite again. Because of the wind, just about every ship that's in the anchorage right now, their ass end, their butt end, is getting pushed towards the bank. This bite is progressing. Good. Oh, there we go. Maybe, well, this might be a gaff top. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and, we need some clouds to park in front of the sun so we don't have to stare at it when we turn this way. Picking this spot, we don't have the ass end of one of these bulkers super close to us, except for that one, right? That's, if I went to the other spot. Oh, there we go, I got you this time. Oh, we're getting a bite over here too. We might have a double. If I went to the other spot, that one I was at yesterday, I think the ass end of that bulker right there would have been really close, much closer than Ikuchi Island. That's what the other one's called, Ikuchi Island. It's not that it kills the fishing, having the back end of the ship blown up to you. It's the noise. You get sick of the noise. I'm already sick of the noise. There we go, I told you. Gaff top again. Maybe another month, these will be gone by the end of September. Hopefully, right? It could be some hanging on, but if we can get some good fronts coming in, a couple good fronts, they'll be gone and the freshwater cats will be thicker again. I think we might have something up with this. It's not going crazy yet. Another headpiece. So it's not like the blue cats have totally left this part of the river. They're just not in accessible areas to me. They're in the deeper holes in this area where it's holding more fresh water and a water temperature they would prefer this time of year. Just above us, maybe as close as 20 miles, they're going to be really thick because the further you go upriver, the more deep holes with fresh water you're going to find. We're really far south down the river. I mean, it's not too much further till you get to the end of the road to Venice, right? Might to some people seem like a long ways because it takes an hour to drive down there, or sometimes 2 or 3 hours depending on traffic. But relatively, as far as tide and the salt line goes, it's not far away. We have a pretty good salinity count in front of us. However, I haven't heard of anybody talking about it threatening our freshwater intake quite yet, but that could happen. And it's likely already happening further downriver to the intakes down there. They probably having salty water come out of their taps because they usually do around this time of year. So the reality of this session is that it's going to be a quick one. If anybody was doing a session like this at the time I started and they stayed longer than maybe I will, it's either because they were fishing on a day where the fish were feeding all day, or they just wanted to stay longer. I don't see a lot of productivity after a certain point this morning because the morning's ticking on. Remember, I started it at like 8:33, started the video. Therefore, the bite is about done. If we wanted to be stubborn and stick around, it might get a little good around solar noon, and then we'd have to stick into it till afternoon when the sun is going down, and then it gets really good, and maybe throughout the night it stays okay. But come on, the sun is in our face. Rain might come back soon. I mean, it's predicted to come back around noon. So probably this is just what you would call a quick session to come out and take advantage of what's left of the bite and see if you can get something and see what it is, and then throw in the towel and get out of here because inclement weather's coming. Don't want to be out here fishing when it's lightning. Don't want to be out here fishing when it's blowing 20 miles an hour. You got straight line winds and all of a sudden tornadoes popping up all over the place. So we got to play it safe. We've got some time before it gets too dicey, if it ever does, but we've got some time with the bite. It's still here, but it's dwindling fast. 20 minutes after 9. I'm checking the weather left and right. Right now we're under 50% chance of rain for in between 9 and 10, and then it ramps up a couple hours later. Here we are, not too far in the future. 9:36. The wind has picked up, pushing the ship, the back end of the ship, closer to the shore. They're over there doing stuff with the crane. See a little man in an orange jumpsuit walking along. Yep, I think the storm is coming closer. The wind, it's getting windy. Okay. Okay. This is really pulling, whatever this is. Finally. Maybe I'm not too late. I just had to hold up, hold in there, hold tight. This wasn't even like one of those bites that just hit a couple of times light. It just all of a sudden I saw the tension build and something picked it up and just went with it, right? What do we got? Feels nice so far. Wonder what it is. Wonder if we got a big stingray. Oh. It's bigger than the first fish, I'll tell you that much. Doesn't feel like a gaff top quite yet. This is that body piece. I left the gut pocket on this time. It's not fighting like an alligator gar. It's holding just tight to the bottom, making me think stingray. I'm not feeling bull shark quite yet because they would be running. Like I said, this bait is kind of sour, so it's actually perfect for catching a stingray. Still holding to the bottom. It's not far off, not far away. It's right here in front of me. I bet you, what do I have? What is that? Whoa, I saw something weird come out of the water that did not say stingray to me. What do we have? It's right here in front of me. Oh, wow. I've not caught one of these in the river in a very long time. It's a soft shell. Oh, shoot. All right. So this hook is not in the soft shell's throat. I mean, in his mouth, right? Down in his throat. It's on the outside of the throat. So we have to be very careful. We have these. I carry these with me when I think I'm going to get a bull shark. Probably going to use these because their necks are really, really long. Let's get the butt of the rod out of the way. Put my pliers down. Try to get him up to me. Look, he's not happy. Let's see if we can just get... Oh, we got him. There he goes. Well, that's awesome. Timing is really, really important to me when I'm fishing. Important to a productive session, right? This is exactly what I expect when I show up too late, whether it's my fault or the weather. And it was the weather today. Could have always did better than I did, but it's what I expected. You get something, maybe nothing great. We caught a soft shell turtle. I haven't caught one of those in the river in several years, so there we go. We got him safely unhooked and back on his way home to get a cup of tea. That's actually what I'm going to do because this weather is coming in and I want to get home before it lets go and drops buckets. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Definitely thank you for that. That's important. Thank you for being a member of the channel. That is super important. Helps me keep doing what I do. And as a perk to you, you get to see the videos before everyone else. So yeah, you're right. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.